I can't wait for you guys to see my new show on DC Universe. You're gonna piss yourselves, I promise.
I think they're gonna hate it, Harls. They hate everything.
No way! It's got comedy, action, incredibly gratuitous violence, and unlike that Deadpool cartoon, it's actually coming out.
I thought we were supposed to make a show that was like super gritty and bleak and depressing. You know, like a DC thing.
That is an excellent way to make television and film. But everyone in my show is gonna have fun, or I will bash their f***ing heads in!
There's no fun in Arkham, Quinn.
Except him.
Yeah, guy's a real buzzkill. Oh, is that the logo? I like it.
They're gonna hate it.
Hey everybody, it's Charlie. Surprise, surprise. They dropped a trailer for the Harley Quinn TV show, so we gotta break it down. There's also a whole bunch of other news for the DC Universe, like they just announced that Matt Bomer is gonna be Negative Man for Doom Patrol. For all you Big Red Hood fans, the actor that plays Robin explained what they're doing with Jason Todd, so I'll tag a clip of that interview later in the video too. Because it's New York Comic-Con week, there's a bunch of trailers happening. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. It's gonna be crazy. So if you guys have no idea what's going on, there's a Harley Quinn animated TV show that's going to premiere next year after Young Justice is done on DC Universe. Although because Netflix just bought the international distribution rights for Titans, I'm kind of expecting them to do that with the other DC Universe shows, at least for the next year or so. They make that determination every time they have a new show. So they have to go into negotiations for Young Justice distribution. They'll have to do the same thing for this Harley Quinn TV show and the Doom Patrol TV show. You probably recognize some of the voices. Harley Quinn is actually Kaylee Cuoco from Big Bang Theory. Poison Ivy is being played by Lake Bell, and Dietrich Bader is doing Batman. You probably recognize his voice. He did it during Brave and the Bold and a couple of the animated movies. So obviously this is just a couple of the characters. Animation doesn't really have the same rules and restrictions when it comes to the characters that they can use, but the cell that they're in is Arkham Asylum. The symbol on their jackets is actually the Arkham symbol from the Batman Arkham games too. Like you probably noticed a couple Easter eggs, and then obviously a whole bunch of jokes and references making fun of a bunch of different things, particularly themselves as DC, but they also take a big swipe at Deadpool. If you look in the background, you can see that Harley Quinn has pasted the Joker's face on some dude's body. When Poison Ivy says, pretty sure they're gonna hate it, that's what they do. They're making that meta reference to everyone just hating on DC because of all the stuff that's been happening in the last year or so. The joke about the Deadpool TV series is actually a much longer story. I've done a separate video about what happened to that because Donald Glover was making a Deadpool animated series on the FX network. It was going to be great. They had all this crazy stuff going on. Then everything got quiet. Earlier this spring, when we hit the actual expected release date, they issued a statement saying that FX had passed on the project. But then after that, Donald Glover released this giant meta script, which actually wasn't a real script. It was more him commenting on the situation about how Marvel wasn't really comfortable with all the people that they were taking shots at using the character. Like Deadpool makes fun of people, but apparently they were making all kinds of jokes that Marvel didn't like, and they didn't like the way that their scripts were playing out. So officially, Marvel Television and Jeff Loeb are the people that pulled the plug on the Deadpool animated series. It was actually going to be really badass. It was a big disappointment, but this is them just joking about that. Unlike that Deadpool TV series, this is actually going to come out. They haven't given a specific release date, but it's going to be after Young Justice airs at least half of its season, or at least 13 episodes, so I'm guessing either spring or summer of next year. But according to the cast, I'm just going to read the news release here. The series begins with Harley breaking up with the Joker after he screws her over, seems pretty common situation between the two of them, in deciding to strike out on her own. Over the course of the first season, we'll see her try to become the best badass supervillain that there is, and she'll cross paths with Dr. Psycho, Batman, Lex Luthor, Wonder Woman, and of course Poison Ivy. So they're actually going beyond the Batman catalog of characters. Alan Tudyk is going to be part of the cast. They didn't say which character he'll be voicing though. He's actually done a whole bunch of DC series in the past. Ron Funches, J.B. Smoove, Jason Alexander from Seinfeld is going to be a character. Don't know who he's going to play. Wanda Sykes, Giancarlo Esposito, Gus Fring from Breaking Bad, Natalie Morales, Jim Rash, Dietrich Bader, like I mentioned, Tony Hale, and Chris Maloney from Law & Order. So what they'll probably do is release a bigger, longer trailer once they have some animation done, but they only announced the project a little while ago, so they probably don't have that many episodes. Like it took them a while to finish Young Justice episodes, and they're still not completely done with Season 3. That's probably why they're not premiering it till January. But the whole deal with this DC streaming service is that they air episodes weekly, so they're not going to drop a new TV series like Young Justice, for instance, until they get done airing all 12 Titans episodes. They're announcing a whole bunch of DC Universe TV show related news at New York Comic Con this week. Like, they just announced that Matt Bomer is going to be playing Negative Man on the Doom Patrol TV show. Remember, Brendan Fraser is doing the voice for Robot Man. There's a different actor that's playing the actual physical person walking around on set. Timothy freaking Dalton is going to be playing the Chief, and it's going to be based on Grant Morrison's Doom Patrol run. So it's going to be crazy. It's weird how many big actors they're getting for this series, but we don't have a trailer for that yet. They're still shooting it, so we'll probably get a trailer for that sometime later this year. I'm not expecting any footage anytime soon. The Doom Patrol TV show is connected to Titans. Remember, they're introducing Cyborg because he's a Teen Titans core member. He's going to debut on the Doom Patrol TV show. Then I think in a future season, you'll see him cross over and become a member of the Titans. But I have seen the first couple of episodes of Titans, so I'm allowed to post my non-spoilery review tomorrow morning. That's Thursday morning, so that's when that'll be up. Here's that clip of Robin explaining what they're doing with Jason Todd this season.
Jason Todd has become a replacement for Dick Grayson, so he has fulfilled my position working with Batman. So there's a little bit of tension in the scenes where we meet because I've left for a reason. Like I was saying, it's not the way of fighting crime that I believe in, and Jason Todd is what I think being brainwashed by Batman to believe that, you know, this brutal, destructive, murderous in a way of fighting crime isn't right. So there's a little bit of tension in me trying to teach him to, you know, to right those wrongs and to, you know, not do everything he says. You know, those scenes, I think episode 7 is when he comes in, were really fun, mate. They were very bantery and you know, there's a part of Dick Grayson for sure that misses that way of life, that, you know, that kind of wishes he could get a little touch of, you know, what it was like to fight crime with Batman. But at the end of the day, he sticks to his belief and really, you know, fights for what he believes in and tries to find his own path.
There's a whole bunch of other comic book related stuff happening this week. Daredevil Season 3 is probably going to drop another big trailer because that's premiering in a couple more weeks. There's also a whole bunch of Spider-Man Far From Home news. I was going to do a video about that till they drop this footage, so I just prioritized this. I'll do Spider-Man tomorrow. Don't worry, I'll also do some Venom post-mortem. I'll be doing Venom Easter eggs and post-credit scenes and all that stuff this weekend. Be sure to go see the movie so that we can talk about it. I've already posted my non-spoilery review, and I'll be doing DC and Marvel giveaway stuff in those respective videos. So just look out for all that stuff. As long as you have alerts enabled for my channel, you'll see all the videos when I post them, so no worries. But click here for my non-spoilery Venom review, and click here for brand new Flash trailer. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.